coming right up. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the 1. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
And that one's good by Lopez. And it should be a good one tonight, Steve. 2 teams in the playoff conversation.
This is where, Kevin, we see the talent is there on both sides. Also now, this is where coaching can make the difference, putting players in position to come out on top.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Outside, out of the Kumbo. And onto Tacumbo, slams it in.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And Morris comes over to help. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. Feeds it to Giannis. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And that one, good.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Lopez. Yep, that one goes in there.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo has evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
George. And the rejection by Giannis. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson.
One of the best passers at the center position. Just another way Cousins affects scoring.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Holiday on the wing, DiVincenzo. The feed to Lopez. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Cousins kicks to Leonard. Dishes to George. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
Leonard looking over the floor. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Outside for Rondo. Floats it up for Cousins. It's not going to go for him. For Milwaukee, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. The shot by Holiday, no good.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Leonard against Antetokounmpo. Leonard inside, and the layup is good. Leonard's got 6.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
DiVincenzo with it. Leonard picks him up, and Lopez gets it to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Stolen by Middleton. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Back to Holiday. Inside. Kicks it out to Giannis. Trying to get open is Lopez. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Leonard with no one around. Off target from outside. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks. And it's Middleton penetrating. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. Kick out to Giannis. Just 5 to shoot. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Now George. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it for the first. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Here's Connaughton. And Tucker kicks to Forbes. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Man passes to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
You know, when we talk about DeMarcus, we talk about his temper, but also his relentlessness on the offensive end, unmatched.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Morris. Outside for Jackson. The three-pointer, no good. Milwaukee leading by 6. Holiday, the pass to Connaughton. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And even 3-on-3 break. Here is Forbes, defended by Beverly. Forbes dishes to Tucker. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Portis against Morris. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now here is Holiday. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Tucker can't get it to go.
Look, He's got all the confidence in the world, but you're trying to go for the big finish. You've got to finish.
Kennard's shot is off. Bucks leading by 6. Portis, the pass to Holiday. The Bucks working the ball around. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. .130 left to play here in the half. Kennard finds Zubac. Back to Kennard. 6 to shoot. From the arc. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Drew Holiday. The Clippers also changing it up. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Paul George is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Now, here's Portis. Connaughton. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. A 3 from Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Leonard's got 9 points.
A multi-talented scorer with range. You want to get Leonard as many touches as possible.
Launches it. Forbes can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. And the shot is good. Now it's just a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Stripped it away. Here's DiVincenzo. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that should do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Here's Leonard. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Leonard the pass to Morris. And here is Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. He lobs it up. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Coming off the screen, Kawhi attracts so much defensive attention. Hard to throw a blanket over the roller at the same time.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Outside for Jackson. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Lopez outside. Holiday against Morris. here's Middleton. He's guarded closely. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Middleton's got 4 points in the quarter.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Leonard inside, defended by Middleton, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like it.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Here's George. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. George passes to Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Passes to DiVincenzo. And some changes here for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Bryn Forbes. And then for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Cousins. Shoots over Portis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And this is what you like about Cousins. Has the power, has the length, but then has these crafty little moves like that up fake.
Good on both. We've got 1:48 left here in the third quarter. Beverly against DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. Here's Connaughton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Middleton can't get it to go. Beverly against DiVincenzo. Man passes to Kennard. To the inside. A shot by Batum, no good. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They lead by 1. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
First trip to the line for him here.
And just a fantastic season a year ago in terms of his free throw shooting, 90% from the line.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Drew Holiday in for Pat Connaughton.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 10 points for him. Lopez, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Antetokounmpo, no good. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Here's Man, defended by Middleton. Pass to Kennard. To the wing on the left. And Cousins kicks to Beverly. Three-pointer. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in its center. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Here's George. Oh,
no, he didn't. Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
The pass to DiVincenzo. Kicks it to Lopez. And the call, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
You know, when you look at the MVP race each year, most of the candidates were drafted in the top 5, but somehow Kawhi lasted to number 15.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Now, here's Kennard. Morris. Giannis with some nice D.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Forbes the pass to Holiday. No good from outside. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Bucks. Connaughton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Holiday. Forbes the pass to Holiday. Now here's Antetokounmpo. And he makes good on the layup. And now just a 1-point Clipper lead.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here's Jackson. In the corner, Kennard with it. He feeds it to Cousins. Over Lopez. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And there's Jackson on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight.
This is what the team needs from Jackson. Leadership when the game heats up.
Now here is Holiday to the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Giannis has got 10 points in just the second half. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
The Bucks trail. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Middleton left side to take the lead. Buries the long-range jumper.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hand.
And here's George for three. He can't get it to go. The Bucks go the other way with it. Middleton left side. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
There's a minute left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo inside. He's against Morris.
Beasting on defense. First he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass. Filthy.
Leonard attacking. Rebound, Milwaukee. And the rejection by Zubats.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Absolutely. They're within striking distance, but they have to make pretty much every shot.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Kicks it down to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. 4 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. That shot misses. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first...
Hey, Kevin. Well...
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for Brooklyn, Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Shamet in at the shooting guard position. Now, here's DiVincenzo. Middleton on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. And that one's good. Griffin's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Nets.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Harden kicks to Griffin. Pass to Jordan. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Back to Holiday. Clock at 6. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Harden with it. And he converts the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Now, DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Harris. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Harden against Giannis. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Harden against Holiday. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. And Harris wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer's right on target.
You know, knocking down the 3 guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
Holiday looking for an opening. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. 5 to shoot. And Holiday has it in the corner. Over Harden. Middleton trying to break free. The shot by Holiday, no good. Brooklyn leading by 3. Griffin passes to Shamet. 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Overall now, in terms of defensive strategy, sending Jordan to the line is not as effective as it used to be. He's improved as a free throw shooter.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Harden. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Durant's checked in for Harris. And it's Brown in for Landry Shamet. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Milwaukee with the ball. Following the bucket by the Nets. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Irving's checked in for Jordan. Outside, KD. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
Here is Forbes. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Brooklyn heading to the bench. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Brooklyn.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Claxton. Shoots over Tucker. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there.
Here's Forbes. His three-pointers off the mark. Nets leading by 8. And another fast break for Brooklyn. The Nets are running. And here's Harden for 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Bucks have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Bucks trail by 10. Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. It's stolen by Green. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. No good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Tucker the pass to Forbes. It's tipped. It's stolen by Brown. The 15-footer. And KD the bucket on the assist by Harden. KD's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets. Here's Connaughton, guarded by KD. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Brown's got the ball. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Green, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Brown. The Bucks also with the sub. Chris Middleton's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. Harden kicks to Shamet. That 3 off the mark. Bucks trail by 12. Forbes the pass to Tucker. Misses, and the dry spell continues. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. To the middle. Back to Durant. Over Middleton. Great touch on the 16-footer. Durant's got 6.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Up again. It's good on the putback.
P.J. Tucker always active on the boards and doesn't give the defense a chance to box him out.
And here's Harden. Outside Durant. Back to Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. KD finds Harris. Outside, KD. Rebound, Milwaukee. Connaughton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Tucker. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, I tell you what, Middleton getting his hands dirty inside on the glass. We know he can shoot it from outside, but inside points are bonus.
Now here's Harden. 1:12 left in the first half. Here's Durant. Rebounded by the Bucks.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And Tucker kicks to Middleton. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. Middleton's got 4 points this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Now here's Harden. And Harden with the stop.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It'll go, and the Nets' lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Connaughton. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first half. Now here's Harden. He's got 6. Harden missing again. Tucker with the ball. There's Portis, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so we conclude the... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have a solid 8-point lead. And over to... And that...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And that one's good, Irving. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
Here's Claxton. Pass to Irving. And there's the pass to Claxton. Lopez with the steal. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. Middleton's got 7 points in the game.
The obvious work ethic of Middleton on full display there. I mean, the quick release off the pass, which leaves the defense without much to do.
Now, here is Irving. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. From outside, off the mark. Nets leading by 5. Now Irving. Shoots over DiVincenzo. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, Irving is deadly from mid-range and really embraces that shot. He doesn't shy away from it. And I think he can give opponents a lot of problems because of it.
Now here's Giannis. He has 6.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. Now here is Holiday. Harden missing his last shot. Holiday dishes to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Good on the triple. Now just a 2-point Brooklyn lead.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Now here's Harden. 6 points for him. Right side, Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Brown missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Lopez outside. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Lopez is not the fastest guy coming out of the screen as a roller, but when he gets a step, he's hard to slow down.
Here is Harden. 1:25 left in the third quarter of the game. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Jordan. And just miss after miss right now.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. Durant comes in for Joe Harris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Middleton for 3. Jordan with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like you did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. Outside Holiday. Back to Connaughton. They double him with Irving. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Middleton inside the three-point line. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Nets with the lead. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Outside Holiday. Middleton outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nets lead by. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2 guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got DeAndre Jordan, Griffin is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Shamet in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Connaughton. Left side, Portis. Over Jordan. Rebound, Brooklyn. Shamet on the wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Jordan kicks to Harris. Fires the 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Connaughton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Shamet with the steal. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Over to the left wing. And here's Griffin. 5 on the clock. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And this is what happens when you let Griffin establish position. He will make you pay.
Middleton outside. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Shamet up top. A nice shot by Jordan. And now it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Landry Shamet. Milwaukee also making some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. The first one falls.
At the line for 2.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
It's stolen. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Harden. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 4 points this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo inside. Griffin on him. Just 4 to shoot. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Blake Griffin. They can take their time on this possession.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Durant, the pass to Harden. The 3. KD can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Really got to tag Middleton in transition so you have a chance to get in front of him. You know, his speed and athleticism, a lot to deal with if you aren't concentrating on getting back.
Durant down low. Defended by DiVincenzo. KD against Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Down low. Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. Outside Holiday. Now here's DiVincenzo. And Lopez throws it down.
And what about the composure of Lopez? Fantastic.
And KD's got the ball here for Brooklyn. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. 59 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Claxton. He feeds it to Jordan. Basket counts. And the Nets lead by 8.
Offense in the paint is what his coaching staff is looking for from Jordan.
Outside Holiday. Middleton looking it over. Holiday against Harden. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. 6-second difference between the shot and game. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Irving with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Claxton.
And Lopez with his size is so good at just taking away space at the defensive end.
Off the marks. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Even David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the Nets starting five. Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Jordan in at the five. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the center position. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And the wide open shot from Morris. And the rebound goes to Griffin. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Shamet. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
Clock at 6. Here's Leonard. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Shamet with it. Pass to Harden. High post try. The shot comes out. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Oh, Morris in position. And Morris throws it down.
Well, Marcus Morris, when he's engaged on the offensive end, can be a dangerous scorer.
Harden the pass to Shamet. Jordan up top. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Jackson finds Leonard. Now here is Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. Inside. And Jordan sends it back.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
A second chance effort. Leonard, no luck.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the bucket by the Nets. Offensive rebound, Zubac from downtown. Outside Leonard. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Brooklyn trailing. Harden scanning the floor. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Back to Leonard. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Paul George, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Landry Shamet. Now here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Cousins. Outside, George. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
Now Harden still looking for his first bucket in this one. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Stolen by Durant. Green, the pass to Harden. Green dishes to Harden. Unloads from 9. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
16 seconds left in the first quarter. George finds Leonard. Right side, Batum. Cousins on the follow.
Let's remember that a 7'6" wingspan accompanies the frame of DeMarcus Cousins. Somebody might want to box him out.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
You know, this game, you know, it's
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there, and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
Paul George is out there with Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the 2-guard. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. And here is Irving after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Irving against Beverley. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
Boy, it's rare for a point guard to do as much damage on the interior as Kyrie Irving. You've got to guard him in there.
Now, here's George. Cousins trying to free himself up. Kicks it to Batum. The shot by George, wide open. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Irving. Rebound by the Clippers. Pass to Beverley. In the corner, George with it. George double teamed. Shoots over KD. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And it's a 9-point Clipper lead. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Mann. He's covered by Brown. The pass to Cousins. Outside for George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nets trail by 9. Irving surveying the floor. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, the ability to score at all 3 levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
George against Durant. Now here's Beverley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Down low. The 15-footer. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Irving. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And that one, good.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Now, here's George. 12 points for him. And he feeds it to Batum. Over in the corner, Beverley. Nailed from three-point land. Beverley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Irving. Pass to Claxton. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Batum passes to Beverley. Here's Mann. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Batum kicks to Cousins. It's George on the wing. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Clippers with the ball. Here's Batum. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Burnett shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. And here's Leonard from three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Paul George. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to, and for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George inviting pitching. Thanks for joining.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Paul George in this game, guy, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Landry Shamet. Harris is out there with Griffin. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Harden in at the one spot. Here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Leonard finds Zubats. Back to Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Clippers lead by 4.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Harden against Jackson. Harris. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubats has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Leonard, the pass to Zubats. Over Harden. No good from Zubats.
The defense not a factor there. Very surprising he couldn't capitalize.
To the paint. Here's Jordan. And he gets it to go. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Leonard on the wing. Passes it to Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. And Griffin sends it back. And he recovers it. And it's Leonard missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Jackson against Harden. Harris outside. Back to Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Shamet. And it's good for 2.
Well, clock winding down, none better than Harden at getting buckets in a hurry.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Jackson kicks to Kanon. There's the pass to Zubats. Another shot, and Jordan sends it back. And Zubats picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And here's Harden. He's got 6, and it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Harden up top, defended by Beverly. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now, here's George. He's got 12. And George with the stuff.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Lob pass to George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
Harden outside to the inside. And that one's good. Shamet's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
George looking around. And Cousins kicks to George. An easy 2 points on the layup. George has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Harden outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. Lob pass to George. An emphatic LU jam.
Well, we know that Paul George understands there's a certain point in the game when he's got to take over, and he's doing it now.
Shamet finds Harden. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Count that one. Harden's got 10.
Whoa, sizzling from the field this half, and that's after a shaky start.
Outside, George. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Second chance shot. Outside for George. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, Kennard with it. Back to George. Zubac trying to break loose. The shot by George, no good. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. Back to the action after this word. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Now here's Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. And it's Shamet with the rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Griffin looking around. The shot's good. Griffin's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Brooklyn.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Durant comes in for Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. And so Green will bring it up for the Nets. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Now here's Irving. Claxton, that's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Here's George. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. George has got 22 points.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Outside Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. From 11 feet away, buries the jump shot. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Well, you know that Kyrie is going to be looking for a shot in that situation. It isn't hard for him to find one ever, it seems.
Now here's Beverly. Outside, George. He kicks it to Cousins. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And then George with the jam.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Irving dishes to Brown. Outside, KD. shoots over Cousins. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Pass to man. Up top, Batum. Guarded by Green. Beverly with the ball. To the left side wing. Cousins, the pass to Beverly. Over Irving, and it's sent back by Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jeff Green. And James Harden subbed in for Bruce Brown. Now here's Durant. And the basket by Harden.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Leonard looking around. Out to Morris. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Slam. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. I have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Irving. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Nobody near Irving. It's in!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Leonard.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
It's the Nets now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Harden outside. Lets a floater go. Rebound by the Clippers. And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 2. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth. Leonard from deep three-point land. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. is the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at center, locking down the middle. And for the Clippers, we've got Reggie Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up with the Los Angeles Clippers. Morris finds Zubac. To the wing right side. Back to Leonard. Over Holiday. And that one hits back iron. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. We play just over a minute here in the first. Holiday against Jackson. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Giannis left side. The pass to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close. He's probably scoring.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And George kicks to Morris. Back to George. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Outside, George. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Lopez with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Holiday with the ball.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Now here is George. The dish now to Morris. Outside, George. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
Giannis outside. Pass to Holiday. Giannis against Jackson. From short range, Lopez. It's good on the putback.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubac. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zubac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Milwaukee leading by 4. Holiday looking over the floor. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Zubac. George passes to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
And here's Holiday. Passes it to Giannis. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
Each year we get to see Giannis come back from the summer and what he's done to up his game. Get a little bit stronger in the weight room, be a little bit better ball handler, play a little bit more aggressively. The guy's competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Clock at 6. Right side, Rondo. Off target from the wing. Here is Forbes. From outside the arc. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Bucks lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Chris Middleton. P.J. Tucker is out there with Portis. And it's Forbes in at the 1 spot. Cousins, no good.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Middleton can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 4. And the pass to Kennard. To the middle. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Back to Kennard. From deep. It's rebounded by Portis.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Stripped away. Now Cousins. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Bucks leading by 4. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Portis kicks to Middleton. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Kennard against Portis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but, it. You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
And Cousins getting better and better at working the screen and roll situations, diving towards the basket after giving the hard screen.
Connaughton passes to Forbes. For the 3. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Batum. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Now just a 1-point Bucks lead. Here is Forbes, defended by Beverly. And Forbes kicks to Connaughton. The feed now to Tucker. Back to Connaughton. Clock at 4. Over Cousins. No good from Connaughton. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. There's the steal. Tucker with the ball. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. Tucker the pass to Portis. Back to Tucker. Over to the wing. Here's Connaughton. And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that
one. 1:29 left now here in the second. He shoots again. Pass to man. Now Beverly. Pass to Kennard. 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. And it's Beverly missing. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. 1:03 left in the first half of basketball. Trying to end the drought. Batum grabs the miss. The Clippers trail. Pass to Beverly. Goes up the baseline. Rebounded by the Bucks. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
The D had no chance, and Chris Middleton on the rise.
Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Beverly wide open. Cousins on the follow.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. To the inside. And Portis throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Beverly for 3. Forbes with the rebound. One second left. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening. And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Fast break, Milwaukee. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And he comes up with the deuce. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Jackson passes to Morris. Outside for George. 5 on the clock. Back to Morris. Over Giannis. Morris, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And there's the pass to Middleton. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
Well, more and more Giannis is getting the ball in late clock situations, so very calm in that one.
Inside, here's Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Back to Middleton. feeds it to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. He was all alone on that one. Lopez has got the lead up to 7 now for Milwaukee.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Out to Morris. Down low, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Antetokounmpo passes to Connaughton. Poked away. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the ball. Right wing. Rondo with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Morris kicks to Rondo. Outside for George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Leonard, the pass to Batum. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Knocks it loose. Batum with the steal. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Lopez dishes to Giannis. DiVincenzo kicks to Connaughton. 6 on the shot clock. DiVincenzo passes to Connaughton with the tip. And Antetokounmpo on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Offside Rondo. Here's Zubac. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Yeah, Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, and just terrorizing the D.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from George. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And here are the Clippers now. Clippers trail by 7. And George, here we go. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
DiVincenzo against Jackson. The kick out to Holiday. Stolen by Beverly. Batum passes to Beverly. To the paint. Stolen by Tucker. Oh, and here we go. On to Kumbo. Nobody back. And the dunk by Giannis.
I don't know. 2 strides, 3 strides. What was that? Giannis covering some ground.
Jackson with it. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
Dishes it to Middleton. Outside Holiday. Pass to Giannis. Paul George grabs the mitts. Clippers trail by 7. Jackson finds George. Down low, Batum laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Back to DiVincenzo. And he goes in for the dunk.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's Beverly missing. Bucks leading by 7. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Here's Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Pass to George. And then George with the jam.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up. Huge shot at this moment in the game.
Outside Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a 1 guard who can get to the tip.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense. Catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Middleton on the wing. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter. Lays it up off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 7. Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Giannis against Jackson. Wide open. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Bucks leading by 7. Middleton outside. On the wing, DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. They get it again. And Antetokounmpo on the follow. Giannis has got the lead up to 9 now for Milwaukee.
Great instincts by Giannis. Superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
To the middle. With the floater. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Now the feed to Giannis.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
On the wing, Holiday. Defended by Beverly. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. And It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. Good.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And so the Bucks take. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So the Nets starting 5. Griffin is out there with Harris. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at center. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Jordan kicks to Harden. And yes, it's good.
Man, it's fun watching Harden use the pick and roll to his advantage, getting space off the screen and letting it fly with ease.
Holiday looking over the floor. Lets it go with the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Inside, here's Jordan, and he banks in the layup.
Offense in the paint is what his coaching staff is looking for from Jordan.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Bucks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And he can't hit the second. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Here's Lopez, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Harden the pass to Shamet. Back to Harden. Deflects the pass, and here is Shamet. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harden against Giannis. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Love how aggressive Harden is in the pick and roll. Exceptional at shooting and passing after getting the screen.
Outside Holiday. To the paint. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. The 3. And the Bucks miss again. For Brooklyn, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. A costly foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Nets also changing it up. Green comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Bruce Brown in for Landry Shamet. Griffin's shot is off. Bucks trail by 3. Connaughton passes to Tucker. The dish to Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
And that corner three, a cornerstone of P.J. Tucker's game. Takes and makes them as much as anybody in the league.
And Greg, how about this little factoid? Back at the University of Texas, he only shot 4 triples in 3 seasons. Floor spacing was not a part of his game. It was about getting that thing in the paint. But to his credit, and it's an example for all young players, through hard work, that short corner has become his bread and butter shot. Talk about a total transformation from no threes to being a dead-eye corner 3 shooter.
Now here is Holiday. No points in the game yet for him. 4 on the shot clock. And that one's good from Connaughton. Here is Harden. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the first. They kick it out to Green. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
They now take the lead.
It's really easy to admire and respect the explosiveness of Middleton. I mean, if you give this guy a lane to the basket, he'll take full advantage of it right away.
Holiday against Harden.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Bucks. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Harden out there with Brown. And there's Green, and it's Durant, and it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Green. Caption coming off the assist from KD. Green's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Nets. Outside Portis. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Back to Portis. Pass to Connaughton. Clock at 2. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Nets. Harden the pass to Claxton. KD against Portis. And that one's good. Durant. KD's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high. Makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Here is Forbes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Back to Portis. Now the pass to Tucker. Over Green. Tucker can't get it to go. Nets leading by 3. Jumps up. Here's Harden. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
And the Bucks with some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Landry Shamet comes in for Brown. Now here's DiVincenzo. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. Durant for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Drew Holiday's checked in for Milwaukee.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And a deep three from Irving. Durant in the corner. Irving against Holiday. The shot's good from Irving.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Now here is Holiday. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He feeds it to Lopez. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bobby Portis. The Nets also changing it up. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Brown. Now, here is Irving. Lets it go from 14. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Claxton's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Down low. Here's Giannis. Here's Holiday. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got 3 assists in the game. Brooklyn leading by 9. Irving looking over the floor. Lopez with the block.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Harris subbed in for Kevin Durant.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Bucks trail by 9. Outside Holiday. The dish to Lopez. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
Now, here is Irving.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
And here's Irving. From the high post. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Irving's got his second basket of the game. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5. And that...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Harden finds Harris. Back to Harden. And it goes down 2 points.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
Now here is Holiday. To the inside. And to Tacumbo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Bucks making a change here. Tucker's checked in. Brown is checked in for Brooklyn. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Here's Brown. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Harden scanning the floor. Lopez with the block. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Green's checked in. Shot clock at 5. Here's Harden. The 17-footer goes down. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Holiday gets to Middleton. Passes it to Tucker. Pass to Portis. No good with the layup. Nets leading by 9. Outside, Green. The tray. The shot off that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Tucker, the pass to Holiday. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And Green gets it to go.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Portis kicks it to Tucker. Back to Portis. Kicks it down to Middleton, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Durant comes in for Harris. Harden against DiVincenzo. Harden, that's good.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Bucks trail by 13. A minute 50 left to play here in the third. DiVincenzo passes to Forbes. Back to DiVincenzo. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Here's Giannis. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points. Nets leading by 11. 56 seconds left in the third. Outside, KD. Goes up at the stripe. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
For 3, Middleton hits the three-point bomb. Middleton's got his second basket.
The long-range marksmanship of Middleton cannot be dismissed or forgotten. I mean, even when he's pulling from way outside, he's very capable of making those shots.
Now, here is Harden. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Giannis throws it down.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
Now Irving. Good if it goes. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Nets up 8. And do not. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And Brooklyn, look at who they've got. Jordan is out there with Griffin. And it's Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1. Lopez passes to Connaughton. Kicks it out to Giannis. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Nets leading by 10. Jordan with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Harris up top. Outside Griffin. From deep three-point range. And Lopez pulls it down. And stolen by Jordan. It's Durant on the wing. Puts it up. One other one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, that jumper's so effortless coming out of Durant's hands. I mean, it's cash money more times than not.
Giannis high post. Griffin on him. Here's Connaughton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. It's deflected. Stolen by Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
And the Bucks making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in, and the Nets also making a change. Kyrie Irving's checked in for James Harden.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Outside Irving, pass to KD. And finished off by KD.
Boy, using this momentum to his advantage when Durant takes off towards the rim. Watch out below.
Outside Holiday, and the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Double team on Holiday. The pass to DiVincenzo. The feed to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Watch out below. When Middleton rises up like that, remarkable at punching it down on him.
Irving passes to Durant. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. To the middle, Griffin with the steal. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. No good with the triple. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. A 12-point game. DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo, and so Milwaukee again turning it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jeff Green is checked in for Griffin. Andrew Shamet comes in for Kevin Durant. And James Harden subbed in for Kyrie Irving. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Giannis, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Shamet kicks to Harden. On the wing, Harris. Harden up top, defended by DiVincenzo. That one goes in, and the Nets lead by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nets.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. From deep. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's DiVincenzo. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
Tell you what, it's not easy to fool Lopez on the defensive end now.
Good. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the five for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, they've got Harris. Harden out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Griffin in at the 4 spot. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Nets passing it around. Shamet offline with his 3. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Morris finds Leonard. Rebound, Brooklyn.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Misses the baby hook. Now here is Morris. The pass to Kennard. Back to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden against Jackson. Fades back. That one no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Three-pointer. Kennard's shot is off. Brooklyn with the ball. Griffin kicks to Harden.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Jackson dishes to Morris. Count it.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And here's Harden. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Griffin with the steal. Jordan the pass to Harden.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Leonard on the wing. There's the three. Brooklyn with the rebound. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Here's Harden. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Pass to Jackson. Feeds to Morris. And it's good, 2 points.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Nets trail by 4.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Here's Morris. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Griffin. Passes to Shamet. And he gets the basket. Officials blow it. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's KD. And again, it's the Nets missing. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. He feeds it to George. Dishes it to Beverly. Lets it go from deep. George, no good. And for the Nets, they're shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. And here's Green outside. And the Nets miss again. Beverly with the ball. Pass to George. Fires from deep. It doesn't go for him.
Give DeMarcus Cousins credit, using his size, staying disciplined.
And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Brooklyn ahead, up by 1. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in a 2-guard. Tries from 16 and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
George passes to Rondo. George up top, defended by Durant. Just 3 to shoot. And Batum kicks to George. No good on the 3. The Nets with the lead. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Durant way outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Nets shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. There's the dish to Irving. Back to Durant. Outside, Green. The kick out to Irving over Rondo. No good off the back of the rim. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Inside. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Irving against Rondo. And the rejection by Cousins. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the pass to Claxton. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Claxton. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Rondo passes to Cousins. Back to Rondo. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. A shot by Batum, no good. The Nets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Stolen by Beverley. Outside for George. Over Durant. Beverley dishes to Rondo. George against KD. And Batum with the basket on the assist by George. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
On up the court. And it's Green missing. Los Angeles leading by 3. And Cousins kicks to Batum. The 3 from George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 7.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up when he catches in rhythm.
Irving fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Bruce Brown. Kennard finds Leonard. Back to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson passes to Zubac. A 3 ball. Jackson misses. Nets trail by 3.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. And a close game so far through the... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. Just interpret. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
Landry Shamet is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Griffin kicks to Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. No good from Jordan.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Harden scanning the floor. Out to Harris. Plenty of space. That one a little long.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
An all-NBA first-teamer in 2016, Kawhi can drop points on you from anywhere.
Now Harden. And the jam by Harden.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Clock at 6. Stolen by Harden. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
The feed to Jackson. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Griffin. And that one drops for him.
Blake is like having another guard on the floor. Getting down and sprinting and beating everybody down the court.
Morris outside. Kennard on the wing. He dishes it to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Harden against Jackson. Outside for Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Against physical defense, Griffin showing off his power. Nice play.
Clippers leading by 3.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Back to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. Durant against George. From deep three-point range. The shot will not fall. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Irving passes to KD. 1:25 left in the third.
One more for the highlight reel. KD with the skyscraper.
And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Here's Mann. He's covered by Brown. Cousins with the bucket.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
Nets trail by 3. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Irving. Misses the chippy right there.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Brown, and then Brown with the dunk.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
George dishes to Cousins. George, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's KD. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum. The Nets shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And it's tied up with that one.
In terms of height, Durant was not a late bloomer. Already a 6-footer in middle school.
Leonard from deep three-point land. And that one released in time, but no good. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Patrick Beverly. Batum is out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Mann in at the 2 spot. And he makes that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's George. Count the basket.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
And stolen by Cousins. And now the Clippers on the break, all alone. Hammers it home to polish off the break. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Batum with the steal. To the paint. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And they're pushing it up. Here's Claxton, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Claxton's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Cousins, the pass to Beverly. Clock at 6. Here's Mann. And the foul on Joe Harris. That's his first foul. The Nets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Jackson looking it over. And the pass to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Leonard. He started close. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Clippers lead by 2. And so Brown will bring it up for Brooklyn. Out to the right wing, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Luau. James Harden comes in for Harris. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Bruce Brown.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
Harden the pass to Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Jordan dishes to KD. Stolen by George. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And stolen by Jordan. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Jackson passes to Leonard. And it's blocked. Harden gets the bucket.
The minute KD gets the ball, all eyes are on him. That leaves a wide open man.
For Los Angeles, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Pass to Jackson. Leonard against Durant. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
1:19 left to play here in the fourth. Irving finds Harden. Just 4 to shoot. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. And they go to the intentional foul. Griffin's checked in for the Nets. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Kennard's checked in. Outside Leonard. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Passes it to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up toward the rim and stolen by Jordan. Irving drives in. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And a lot of contact on that one. So here's the coach's challenge has been issued. First team like this, top of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
Harden right side. Durant for 3. Off target from downtown. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous